What's happening? If you don't know who I am, I'm Nathan X. I'm trying to push all things queer, being yourself, being true to yourself, being whoever you want to be within the drum and bass scene. If you don't know me, I also run a little thing called Unorthodox Event, a new LGBTQ plus drum and bass movement. Basically, we want to do a bit of a survey to see if this was a thing that we needed in the scene, if people actually cared, if there are actually enough LGBT people within, do you know what I mean? Just a bit of like research. So we headed over to a rather large drum and bass Facebook group, which I won't say the name of, but it has 50,000 people in. I think it's inactive. It doesn't seem to get used anymore. Anyway, we did a poll, and the poll literally just said, hey all, what does everyone think about an LGBTQ plus D&B night? Great music is standard, a tiny bit more fabulous, open to everyone, that's important, raising awareness and showcasing LGBTQ plus talent. Please leave feedback. Let's just start going through the comments and see what hilarious stuff we can find. Josh says, just seems like a marketing spin. Raves are pretty accepting places as standard, to be fair. Well, Josh, let me tell you, they're pretty accepting places if you're a straight white male man. Then you don't have a problem. Everyone's too cunted to give a fuck which hole you prefer to fuck anyway. Okay. Okay, and then Dylan comes back and goes, I mean, if you want to try and change the demographics of who likes D&B, then be my guest. I'm just talking about how I'd run an LGBT event, but okay. Well, Dylan, firstly, you're not queer. You're a white straight male. And secondly, let's have a look at Dylan. Oh my God, he's like, what I hate in drum and bass the most. Like, it's that whole like snapback vibe, trying to look sick with your mate standing behind the decks. And it's so boring. I don't want to see you in your fucking Nike sportswear and your snapback doing the same thing as everyone else. It's fucking boring. Get some taste, get some personality. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, Dylan, thanks for your advice. And there's a reason why the demographics of D&B are who they are, because it's such an unaccepting scene. Like, I have gay friends who don't want to go to raves because of the image it's got. It's got a bad reputation. Like, people think raves are rough and dangerous, full of sweaty, straight white blokes who are fucked on drugs. Oh, Joe. I whacked my top off at an event, Mandy making me sweat, and people just slap my tits and rave with us. And then he went on to say, you always get one person off their head that's mesmerised by a man titty. I don't care, it's all bant. If it's all bant, why mention it? And trust me, Joe, no one is coming for your man titty. And then Taylor comes in, bam. Well, hello there, white straight men of the comments section. Love you, Taylor, if you're watching. You give me life. Joe also replies, listen, bruv. Listen, bruv, no matter where you go in life, there'll be people that do the shit, but come down off your bloody high horse you're on and stop giving us shit. Literally, look at all these comments. We literally don't give a fuck who you are. Why bring your bullshit energy here? Joe, look at all these comments. Yeah, look at all these comments saying what you said. My question to you, Joe, if you're watching, if you don't care and everyone could be themselves, why do you need to mention there's no problem at all? Why do you have to point out, and why do you have to point out there's always one guy interested in a man titty? Like, what are you trying to say? Chris, the gay pride raves are always a laugh, so I'd imagine it would be sick. Of course, the gays know how to party. Robin says, raves are rave, innit? Doubt people go to a rave and go, oh, look at all this straightness here. Actually, I do. I walk into a rave and look at all the straight men and think, I'm never going to find a man. Yes. Oh my God, this just gets so much more intense. Joe is vexed. I took it too far. We was all having a nice thread talking about how we all accept everyone for who they are. Then she comes in spouting shit that we're all closeted homophobes. You are all closeted homophobes. If you weren't, you'd comment saying, this is a great idea, can't wait, I'm going to come as well and support it. That's not being a homophobe. Lol. Taylor comes back. Joe, I haven't called anyone homophobic. You've determined that yourself. Says a lot. We was all having a nice chat. That's my favourite bit. We were never having a nice chat. This isn't a nice chat. This is an annoying chat. Oh God, my phone's ringing. Hello? And everyone's always going on about PLAW. I'm not sure if it's PLUR. I'm pretty sure it's PLAU, Peace, Love and Unity. But everyone loves going on about that in all these groups. But no one understands what PLAW is. It's just a cover-up. It's just to like sweep under the carpet. It's like, PLAW, PLAW, PLAW. Everything's fine in the scene. There's no problems. We have PLAW. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Okay? It's a cover-up. There's no peace, love and unity. Everyone hates each other. Okay, fine. That was a bit extreme, given. And all the people who say PLAW are just trying to cover up for their own, thing that they've said. Like, oh, this is a bad idea because we're going to cause more segregation. But PLAW, everyone already loves each other anyway, so we don't need it. Rihanna says, just seems unnecessary to politicize D&B. Raves should be about a joint love of the music, nothing more, nothing less. I see what you're saying, but it's not right. Because a lot of people are saying this in this thread as well. It's not right because drum and bass is huge. There's millions of people who love it, follow it. And it's not just a music genre. It's a scene. Everyone who likes drum and bass fucking loves drum and bass. They talk about in the smoking area. They talk about in all these communities. It's a big thing. I think it's a bit blasé to say that we shouldn't politicize D&B. There needs to be a social presence, and a social and like a thought for like minorities. Alfie, what makes LGBTQ plus not able to attend a regular D&B night? We can attend, and we do attend, but I've had bad experiences at these raves. I've had people come up, especially if I go a bit camp, a bit open, a bit topless, lots of jewelry. People come up to me and they're like, why are you wearing that? I was like, oh, I've been like, I remember I was talking to a group of lads who were getting a lighter, and then like they started being like, oh, the gay guy. And like, it's just ostracizing me. It doesn't make me feel good about myself. Okay, this is a great one from Ben. Someone's sexuality preferences have nothing to do with rave. Everyone's welcome to the ones we have. Creating LGBTQ plus raves is kind of ostracizing heterosexuals. Ostracizing heterosexuals. I've never heard such a mental thing. Oh, Joe is back. Ben, mate. I wouldn't say that, otherwise he'll be labelled as a straight white man that doesn't understand anything. Just a heads up. You're learning, Joe Wilson. You're learning. Oh, got a good one here. Ben would have no problem with it if they kept their hands to themselves. The guy once started groping my arse and trying to get the grind on, turned around, said, nah, mate, and moved forward away from him. And he still tried, bit of respect would be nice. I don't want your trouser snake, bud. Lol. That's the best one. Because what he's failed to realise is that's what happens to women on a daily basis from men. I bet you every woman had this at a rave. A guy trying to get in, them going away, and the guy keep on persisting and persisting and persisting. And to a point, it gets a bit rapey. So, yeah, okay, sorry, Mr. Ben. You had a bad experience with a gay guy. But that's not to put all gay people in the scene. So, your point is invalid, Mr. Ben. But thank you. Oh, this one's great. Discrimination of all kinds happens at raves. Shall we host a night for each one? I'm saying, shall we have an event for Muslims, blacks, people with glasses, people that are ginger? It's just stupid. Everyone gets discriminated. It's a part of life. I don't agree with it, but it just happens. What if you don't agree with it, Jay? Maybe you should do something about it and not let it continue to happen. All you're doing by commenting those sorts of things is letting segregation continue. Lauren Cole, this thread's made me realise there needs to be some educating done in the D&B scene. Yes, there really does. Oh my god, this is the best one. Rob. What? So you get your big LGBTQ night. What next? Unisex toilets? Which spelt wrong, which is in like a magical witch. Which opens up to sexual assault cases on vulnerable drunk ravers on men and women. What? That can happen anywhere. The majority of the time we're not in the toilet, which is probably like 99% of our lives. We're all with men and women anyway. So I think there should be unisex toilets. So I don't know what you're trying to say. It doesn't make it any easier to rape someone if it's in the toilet or not. Like, he goes on. How about a unicorn night to create awareness for all the other apparent AT genders? Max Kleck. Why? Being LGBTQ doesn't make you special. I see gay, bi people complaining about being treated differently, but they keep doing stuff like this. Like what? Trying to create equality in a scene which is very segregated? Okay. And no, there is nothing wrong with being yourself and liking other genders, but stop begging for attention. Well, honey, I just can't help myself. I just need all the attention I can get. Sorry if that upsets you. Oh, this one's sad. And this one here really, you know, says the truth. Ali, I went to an Andy C night a few years back, did eyeliner and red lipstick, was verbally abused by a few random people. I don't think the scene is as accepting as people think it is. Some of the comments on this thread bear witness to that. That sucks. I had a friend who was beaten really badly outside of a club just for being gay. Him and his boyfriend. It's, you know, and it's just not, the scene's not as accepting as people think it is. That's all I'm trying to say. There's lots of positive comments on here as well. It's not all negative. Like, I'm not reading the positive ones because they're not as funny. But like, there's some really sweet ones. Like, let's have a look. Tommy Cole. Don't see why people have such an issue with communities doing their own thing. You're allowed to go if you're not gay. It doesn't mean you're banned. So why so against it? Shout outs to all the white males voicing their unwanted opinions. Preach. Also, in before anyone says raves are inclusive places because they sure as hell aren't. Exactly. And on that note, I think that's enough exposing of the secret homophobes. There are some more. If you want to go find the thread, it's in a group. Message me and I'll tell you how to find it. But I don't want to give the name of the group. But yeah, message me and I'll tell you the group. And I hope you enjoyed exposing homophobes. I would love to do it again. If this video goes down, we'll do some more. But anyway, catch you next time.